Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy the FOOTI to the big E here once again with another Manchester United transfer video. So how quickly things can change in the world of Manchester United. So yesterday I did a transfer window video that you guys didn't get to see because obviously I was in the middle of editing that, and while I was doing that, the Nemanja Matic story broke with Matic appearing in a Manchester United training shirt which looked to be at Carrison's training ground doing his medical with the squad number 31 on it, and that all went out the plans and I did a video on that instead. But what I was talking about in that video was how I was feeling frustrated with the Manchester United transfer window so far, and that is the reason why I stopped doing Manchester United transfer window updates. And everything has changed in 24 hours. We've obviously brought in Lukaku and Lindelof, which I think are two great additions to the squad. But I was looking at what other people brought in and I was really starting to get a bit bewildered. In the last 24 hours, obviously this thing has broken with Matic, and obviously now there has been the news about Serge Aurier, who apparently is agreed terms with Manchester United. For people that don't know about Serge Aurier, he is a right back, he plays for PSG, he is quite a fiery character. Apparently he is agreed personal terms with Manchester United. What is holding up the deal is the fact that he's got a court case going on at the minute, so obviously they need to sort that out first so they know he can get a work permit to come inside the UK. What does he bring to the table? He brings a lot of things to the table. He is very much Valencia-esque. He is pacey, he is attacking minded, he tackles hard. The only thing he lacks weakness on really is he's not great at set plays, but he loves to bomb forward. Now this would open the door for obviously people like Diamond, I feel, to move on. I would be happy with him coming in. He's a fiery character, and you know what, Manchester United love a fiery character over the years, obviously with the Roy Keanes and the people like that, and we also had Alan Smith, who was another fiery character, and he would probably fit in really well. Great backup for Antonio Valencia on the right back position. The only thing I'd have with this is obviously Fossey Mensah. I would love to have seen play more games. Obviously he played right back last night in the friendly. It would pretty much hamper Fossey Mensah getting into the team if we obviously got Serge Aurier as well. So I'd like to see him go out on loan, hopefully to the Premiership where he could get regular first team football, because we can't play him in defensive midfield where I feel his strongest position is, because obviously we're bringing him Nemanja Matic that I will touch on next. But I think this would be a great addition to the team to have backup for Valencia, and from what I heard he can play left back as well as right back, so he could even cover Shaw if Shaw gets injured again when he comes back. So Serge Aurier, I would really love to come in. Fingers crossed that this court case sorts himself out and he can get a work permit, but this one does look like it is on the cards for him to come into Manchester United. So next I want to talk about obviously the elephant in the room, which is the Nemanja Matic deal. Now I did explain on my video yesterday that he wasn't my first choice. Everyone knows, if you follow my video, N'Golo, Fabinho, Eric Dyer over him, I would have taken. But you know what? The market has been so awful this time around that I've got to the point where, you know, if Jose signs him, Jose believes him. And Jose said in an interview last night after the game that he very much wants to join Manchester United, and when a player very much wants to leave a club and join someone else, there is a big chance of it happening. Then obviously he was questioned about the picture coming out with him wearing the squad number 31, and he replied that, you know, he was unaware of this because he's been in Norway with this game. Clearly he does know about this, and then he touched on the fact that the 31 shirt was a free number, and we've got a lot of free numbers at the club at the minute. So there's more into this than what we're reading into. As far as I am aware, the medical was done yesterday morning. He is a Manchester United player. We're just waiting for an official announcement now. We're basically being told it could be later on this week, but I wouldn't be surprised, people, if this deal gets announced today. The medical is done. We clearly know that from the video yesterday. That was no Photoshop business, you know. That was clearly too well of a job to it be Photoshop. So the deal is done. He is pretty much a Manchester United player, and we're just waiting for an official announcement from the club. The next one I want to go on is the ongoing saga with Ivan Perisic. Now Perisic, this is now the missing link to our puzzle, because it looked like a couple of weeks ago Jose was saying, you know, I want another 2 to come in, but now it looks like with Serge Aurier we could be on the verge of 3. We know that we need a wide attacking player. I am hearing that, you know, the Perisic deal, they want Martial. They're not going to get Martial. Let's just rule that out. But Man United should just go and throw that 50 million at him and get Perisic. If you saw him the other day against Chelsea, he tore him a new one. He looked outstanding. I think he could do a great job from Manchester United. There is little snags in this, and that is the fact that Manchester United are pound pinching and penny pinching, and they don't want to spend more than they're wanting to. But you know what? Everyone is fully aware of what British clubs make, and you're going to get extortionate prices for players, so you might as well just pay it. If you want him that bad, go and pay the money. So I still think that Perisic could happen. I think he is still clearly on the Manchester United radar, but there is another one that I'm going to move on to now and touch on that I heard is a stumbling block in the deal. So the next one I want to touch on is Gareth Bale. Now obviously his agent came out and said it was ridiculous with all the murmurs about the move, but this is realistic that if Real Madrid go after Mbappe, which by the sounds of it is, Gareth Bale would be surplus to requirements. And the news coming out, or the rumblings that I'm hearing, is that another thing that's holding up the Perisic deal is Man United are waiting to see what happens with Real Madrid with Mbappe, because they would take Gareth Bale over Ivan Perisic if that was the case. So Man United are trying to get a feeling of what's going on. Me personally, if I had the choice between Perisic and Bale, I would obviously take Bale. I think he could fill the number 7 shirt. He would be a big marquee signing. I've been hoping and holding on for a big marquee signing. I know a lot of people could say but Lukaku, but I don't classify Lukaku as a big marquee signing, because clearly he was our second choice, Morata was our first, and even if we got Morata, was he really a marquee signing? Now, but for me, Gareth Bale would be a marquee signing. So Gareth Bale seems to be that, as much as the agent has said no, look, if you've got Benzema, Bale and Ronaldo, you're not getting rid of Ronaldo. I can't see Real Madrid getting rid of Benzema, and they're going to put Mbappe in the team because they've just paid 120 million for him. So Gareth Bale would be the one to make way in that team, I think, and it would be realistic for Manchester United to go after him. He's proven in the Premier League, okay, he's had his injury problems of late, but I think he could still do a great job at Manchester United. That'd be a great acquisition for Manchester United. But I would like to see Real Madrid, if they're going to do this deal for Mbappe, speed it up a bit, because I don't want someone to come in and nick Perisic, because we're like resting on our laurels waiting for Gareth Bale to see what happens with that. So that's where I stand on this one. So lastly but not least, before I go, I want to touch on the fact that obviously it came out the other day that Galatasaray were openly saying that they'd gone after Manchester United for Fellaini. Now, Jose Mourinho last night after the game said there is more chance of him signing for Galatasaray than Fellaini, because Fellaini is such a big time player for Manchester United. Okay, so Jose has reiterated how much he feels that Fellaini is important. Now, I did say in my video yesterday that if we were getting Matic and getting rid of Fellaini, I would take that upgrade. Hopefully, the only thing is I'm hoping now is with Matic coming in, Fellaini will play less games, because Fellaini is great coming on as a sub, I think, in the last 10-15 minutes as a number 10 role, as a big lump when you want to go. He cannot play midfield. As I said, when everything goes through him, it slows it down. He always looks sideways or backwards to pass, and if he does a ball through the middle, it's normally a dog shit pass of a ball. So it looks like he's saying he's in the last year of his contract, so don't be surprised if he signs a new deal this year, people, and very, very soon. So that one is off the table. So any of you guys have got your hopes up about Fellaini going to forget it, it's not going to happen. So this is all your Manchester United transfer news for today. If anything materialises that I think is worthwhile, I will do another one tomorrow. But this was your boy FOOTI to the big E, signing out again with another Manchester United video. Remember guys, if you've never seen my Manchester United content before and this is the first time, hit that subscribe button. I'm always back with Manchester United content. Guys, get in the comments below. I'd like to see what you guys think about all the transfers coming in. What do you think of Matic coming in? What do you think of us resting on our laurels and biding our time for Perisic on the Bale deal? Would you rather just go straight after Perisic? What do you think about Serge Aurier coming in? So yeah, so get in the comments below. Let me know what you think. This is your boy FOOTI to the big E, signing out once again. Remember to like, share, subscribe, as I've already said. I'm out of it guys. Bless and peace people. Take care.